Good afternoon and welcome to the Lab London. Every week we stream the world's best DJs live from the party here in the corner of our office. And today we are truly honoured to welcome somebody whose impact on the UK music scene has been immeasurable. It is Norman J. MBE. Yes! Now Norman has a new compilation album out next week. Head over to mixmag.net for more information on that. But for now, enjoy the stream.
Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally, because I love every woman. It's all in me. Oh, it's all in me. Yeah. Pump up the groove, pump up the groove. I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm every woman, it's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Anything from A to Z, yeah, oh yeah, well, I can cast a spell, secrets that you can't tell. Mix a special brew, put fire inside of you. But anytime you feel danger or fear, I will appear. I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally. Oh yeah, ooh, pump up the groove. Yeah, oh yeah, pump up the groove. I can set your needs like rain onto the streets. I can make a round of confusion in your mind. When it comes to some good old-fashioned loving, that's what I like. Yes, anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally, yeah. I'll move the mountains for it's all me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z. R-E-S-P-C-T. That's what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T. Take care, DC. Suck it. Suck it. Suck it to me. Suck it to me. Just a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. Yeah. What you want? Baby, I got it. What you need? you. Ooh, I thought you understood. No, you gotta make me see. What does it take to win? You gotta make me see. What does it take to win? You gotta make me see. What does it take to win your love for me? Gonna plug in for you. See how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you see how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you see how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you understood. Oh, you gotta make me see. What does it take to win? You gotta make me see. What does it take to win? You gotta make me see. What does it take to win your love for me? Gonna plug in for you. See how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you see how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you see how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you understood. See how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you see how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you see how much I love you. Ooh, I thought you understood. Oh, you gotta make me see. What does it take to win? You gotta make me see. What does it take to win? You gotta make me see. What does it take to win your love for me? Gonna plug in for you.
whom thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what thou hast judged. Surely thou judgest, and none can judge against thee, and he whom thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art thou, O Lord, and exalted be thee above what they set up besides thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is thy servant and apostle. Amen.
Assalamu alaikum, family. Welcome to the all-new Sajdah channel. Forgive me, I'm looking a little puffy because I've been crying all morning and didn't sleep that good. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, everybody who is on here with me today. My birth anniversary. This is the first of my 10-day celebration. For those of you who don't know the story, in 1990, when I wanted to come into the nation, I was trying to get my ex. I wanted to recite on August 30th, which is my birth anniversary. I asked Allah to give me words today, so this is what he's given me. And from the time that I was ready, which was like late July, to August 30th, there was a lot of controversy and drama that broke out in the mosque. And I was like, look, I'm just trying to recite. I kept calling Sister Virginia, kept talking to her, like, when can I recite? When can I recite? When can I recite? And I remember even as I got there and I was getting ready to go in, and I was like, I'm reciting today. By that time, it's September 9th. And I was like, I'm reciting today. I don't care. I'm reciting today. I'm reciting. This is 10 days off of my desire to recite. And I got there at the mosque, and there was some drama going on. And I was like, I don't care. I'm reciting. And so after she checked me in the check post, I recited right there in the check post. Oh man, one day I'll tell the details of that story. But I recited right there in the check post on September 9th, 1990. It was a Sunday, I believe. Right before the meeting, and right after she told me, you know, I did good because I rattled it off. I was ready. She told me that I had passed, and I stepped in, and I remember going into the sanctuary, and I sat down, and one of the first thoughts that came to my mind was my grandmother. And I remember I was reminded by Allah of her deep spiritual gifts. But if you knew my grandmother, she was mean with her spiritual gifts. She didn't play. She could read you and read your mind and will bust you out. It wasn't nothing sacred about it. And I just said, I made a promise to Allah at that moment. I said, if you give me anything or any of your gifts, I will give it back to you. And I will be of service. And I have been doing that and striving. I can't cry this early in the broadcast, but I have been striving to do that from that day, September 9th, 1990. So from August 30th to September 9th is my 10-day celebration period. That was when I was in a holding pattern, calling every day, like, can I recite today? Can I recite today? Can I recite today? Can I recite today? Then my next thing was, can I hold post? Can I hold post? Can I hold post? But I just wanted to recite. And so that's why we do this 10-day celebration. Okay, I see Mom already joined. I really, birth anniversaries aren't really for us because we didn't give birth to ourselves. In my opinion, they're for Allah first. Thank you, Sister Monica. Birthdays are for Allah first, for deciding to come through us and express Himself in this dimension on this earth through this physical body. So that birth anniversary is for Him. Thank you, Sister Sajdah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But it's also for our parents. And in this specific case, I'm going to say, for me, first, for my mother. She was a young teenage mother, determined. Thank you, sis. Thank you, and thank you. With a determination in her heart, she had one determination in her heart. And that was to break family curses. One determination in her heart. And somehow she decided that through these children, first through me, I'm her firstborn, that through these children, she would break family curses. And I don't know if she knew what curses she was really about to break. I don't know when she thought of family, what she really meant. I don't know. She was so determined as a teenage mother that she paid for the birth of her child from cleaning white folks' houses, babysitting some white children. And she took that money and put the down payment on the hospital so she could have her baby. She had gotten pregnant with me by a man who didn't want her or me. She was very blessed later when I was about 2 years old to meet my father, who is also my brother's father. And that's the one who groomed me and helped me with my entrepreneurial spirit. But I'm going to get to that blessing and how Allah blessed her. So she had to graduate from high school. I'm sorry, Mom, I'm telling all your business. She had to graduate from high school pregnant, give up her track scholarship, to have this baby that she said she was going to break family curses. Okay. And I don't know if she even understood what that meant and what it would do. And so, she had me, my grandmother, who for the most part was mean to everybody. I was her favorite. And she just started pouring into me. Sorry to my other cousins. My mom said, this is what mom said. She said, go ahead. It's our story. Sorry to my other cousins and everybody else, but I was the favorite. Even down to our family in Louisiana, I became such a embodiment of this lineage of spiritual women that even, yes, Tony, just like V. That's right, Tony. My friend Tony is on here, and her grandmother, V, shout out to V, because V was very special to me, and Tony had the same relationship with her grandmother, and V was my girl. But I was such an embodiment of, though, may Allah be pleased with, I just got V. May Allah be pleased with V. I was such an embodiment of these women that even when I would go to Louisiana, the cousins would cry because I just would remind them of them. And my mom talks often about how when I was 13 months old, I wasn't walking, which was strange. My brother walked at like 9 months, but I wasn't walking at 13 months. And so she took me down south to Louisiana, and they got to rubbing stuff all over me and said, well, when you get back, she gonna walk. And sure enough, that's what happened. And I've been walking ever since. I'm Fulani, full on Fulani. I walk all the time. So praise be to Allah. Yes, Mary was a single mother. So mom was determined in a very old-fashioned household to have this baby and to be able to break these family curses. Like I said, she paid for it on her own. And then even a little later, the way Allah blessed her, she met a man who embraced her and her child. And sorry, y'all, I became his favorite. At least that's what he told me. He always used to tell me. And he saw the gifts that I had and supported them from day one. So the birth anniversary is for them, but for my mother, for Allah, but for my mother. And let me tell you about my brother. Mom raised us that we would always stick together. And she said, y'all got to stick together no matter what. I remember one time her and my father were going out of town. I think they was going down to Houston or something like that. And she gonna sit us down. They sat us down at the table. I never forget this. And they was like, okay, now if we don't come back, if we don't make it back, y'all take care of the house. Y'all stick together. Y'all gonna get some money. Don't tell nobody. Y'all in here by yourself. Kevin, you cut the grass. And we're looking at each other like, are they about to leave us? But I don't know. But I think we were close before that. But that conversation made us just dedicated, like, all right, well, if we got to do this, we got to do it. If one person got in trouble, we both got in trouble. And my brother was way badder than me. Okay. So I got in trouble a lot of times when I didn't have to get in trouble, but because that was just kind of how we was raised. And so when Allah put the mission of joining the nation, of changing, I can't even say that the mission was on me. The mission was on the family. And then, I walked into it. And but my brother has just always been diehard supportive. When I had to be in Africa, and we had to, and these people would say, nope, y'all got to close on the home of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Like right now, my brother had no idea where it was, what it was. He was like, I got you, sis. I'll go do it. He came to Chicago, closed on it. He stood up in that raccoon infested place, FaceTime me. My mother was there. My sister-in-law was there. Mom's crying in the background. Our brother's like, I don't know what you're going to do with it, sis, but you got it. And then when I flew, at that time I was living in Maryland. When I flew to Chicago to go in the house for the first time, my brother flew here because he didn't want me to go in the house with all them raccoons in there by myself. And when he opened it, I was about to take the key and put it in the door. He said, I got it. And he opened the door and he said, Walter. And I said, who are you talking to, boy? He said, oh, that's the raccoons. I just wanted to let them know you was here. He was so spiritually connected to the property, to everything. And even recently, we've had so many attempts to take the property, lawsuits with a contractor who, after paying them $4 million, having a balance of like 300,000, wanted to sue me. My brother stepped up and was like, nah, y'all ain't gonna do this to my sister. And we would fuss and fight growing up, but our closeness was there. When I went to college, my brother was down there every weekend, coming, well, to check on me and probably to party a little bit, because I later found out that when they were supposed to be going home, he was going to parties. But he's just there. And we have a competition with one another over who can give each other the best birthday gift. And I was winning up until today. But for one of his birthdays, one of his favorite artists growing up was Kool Moe Dee. And my sister-in-law and I put together this event, and we had Kool Moe Dee there. He was so shocked. He was shaking. Mom said he was shaking and nervous, but we got him. It was an amazing, we had an 80s party, and I paid Kool Moe Dee to fly from New York to California to sing my brother's favorite songs and surprise him. My brother wanted to be a rapper growing up, and my mom said it was too much cursing. So she stopped his career in his tracks. But in breaking family curses, and I look at what my family, because the minister asked me a question one day. He said, how is your mother? And I said, oh, she's fine, sir. I said, she watches you on the video. I can't remember something like that I said. And he said, your mother's a believer. And it was something about the way he said it that touched my heart, because I knew her story of wanting to break family curses. And for us, myself, my brother, for us to be fighting to put together a museum dedicated to the life and work of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam. And that's just not a small group. That means that that's the eternal leader of Black people around the world. And to be in a position where we're able to share that wisdom, that knowledge around the world, and the amount of people that have come out to support us, and the number of people that have, pushed against us is a small number. And there's been a series of trials that I've gone through in the last 4 years. Allah gave me, $4 or $5 million, lots of businesses, $2 million home. I gave it all back to him to do this work. And so I just wanted to say thank you to my mother on this day. Thank you, Allah, for producing my mom and all the lineage. But thank you, Mom, for your determination to break a family curse. And I believe that you've done it. You've done it. Mom got her praying hands and her heart up here, but you've done it. Because you've produced children that Allah can use, and that he has used, and that he continues to use. A couple of spiritual gifts that I've gained through this process. A lot of times people who transition, for some reason, especially women, come to me. Even when Tony just mentioned her grandmother, V came right to me. But on, I think this was June 11th. No, let me go to the first, and I'm going to tell you guys 2 visions. Well, let me start with the one and see if Spirit wants me to tell you the other one. I will just say this. One vision, Mother Clara Muhammad came to me, and I became very determined and very understanding of her spirit. And I felt her, and I asked her to allow me to get to know her, because obviously I wasn't around before she passed in 1972. But my great grandmother came to me, I think it was like about the 9th or 10th of June of this year. And I have been seeing, all these figures running through my house. I'm going to tell y'all the alternative universe I live in. And I just sat down one day, and I just wanted to see who it was. And I just said, how can I help you? Who are you, and how can I help you? And she came to me. And the woman, I'd never seen her before in my life. I'd never seen her face. I'd never seen her full body. And she was standing in front of me, full body. But I knew she was related to me, because I've always been subconscious about my little pointed, crooked nose. And she had the same nose. And I looked at her, and she had this very sad and pensive, somber look on her face. And I said, my spirit said, what's wrong? But my mouth said, how can I help you? And she said, I want to be free. And something made me look down, and I looked down at her feet. She didn't have any shoes on, but she had like these cable ties, looked like coaxial cables around her ankles and around her wrists. And as I reached down to put my hand on the cable, it got really soft, and I was able to pull it off. And then as I traveled up her body and looked at her hands, they were bound by the same cable, and I snatched it really fast. And then she a light came up over her. When I looked at her face, she started to smile. And she showed me some other things about her life, and then she left. And this was 3 days after the Mother Clara visit. And so I know that oftentimes we think family is just blood ties, and sometimes the blood ties of the family can be the beacon of light for the community. You know, there's a lot that I've learned about tracing my own personal family history, and it would make sense that they would be called to help. But to other grandmothers and mothers out there that always connect with me and come to me, I'm grateful for that. Very grateful for that. And, you know, Tony, I didn't plan on talking about V today, but V came to me when you just mentioned, and I remember meeting Tony and being fascinated by her grandmother's history and the woman that she was. And we just became friends. Like we were friends and Tony didn't have nothing to do with it. And I'm just grateful for those types of connections. But I know that these great women who oftentimes go unnoticed, whose history is oftentimes not written. Sajdah said, you call people like you a soul guide. Yes, ma'am. I accept that at this point in my life. I have never accepted it until this moment today. I would just be like, but I accept that. And so these women whose stories have not been told, who went through so much. This morning I woke up, I was listening to 1973 Savior's Day, where the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was talking about Master Fard Muhammad. And he talked about Master Fard Muhammad having an older sister. And I thought about her. Where is she? Who is she? What did she do? Is she just because she wasn't one of the ones who came here to save us doesn't mean that she hasn't played a great role in the mission. And so part of what we, you know, plan to do with the House Museum is make certain that the stories of women are told. And the beautiful thing about Chicago and this concept, Chicago's not the only place that has residential house museums. But the beautiful thing about it is that we get to, in a residential setting, using place-based education, just kind of share with people, not only the people who live there, but the histories and the stories of great people. So in breaking those family curses and being one of the embodiments of that, I am very, very grateful. And so this birth anniversary, I dedicate to Allah and to my mother, who was so determined. Y'all don't even know. Y'all have no clue. You talking about determined. She would tell us, I don't raise no sissies. That was the theme around our house. I'm sorry to anybody who that word is triggering to. I'm sorry to anybody whose butt I had to kick so that my mama wouldn't think I was a sissy. I apologize to you now. But my mom told us, she said, I don't raise no sissies. So growing up in our house, you could not be a punk. And growing up in our house, you better speak up. And you couldn't lie and go and do stuff just because somebody else had you doing it. And my mom is the embodiment of raising leaders. And when I look at the children she raised, myself and my brother and my oldest nephew, I told y'all Kevin was something else. He had a baby when we was in high school. And so my mom also was very instrumental in raising him, and none of us are sissies by far. She taught us to always tell the truth, stand up for what you believe in. If I believed in Islam and didn't stand up for it, I'd be in trouble with my mother. If you believe in it and this is what you want, you stand up and you fight for it. Brother said, yes, yes, and yes. I thank Allah for your parents. You are a precious gem from Allah. Praise be to Allah. You are a true blessing in my life. The information you're sharing is truly love. All praises due to Allah. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for this. We're going to do this 10-day celebration. That's this 10, I don't know what you call it. Sajdah, you probably got a name for it from your theology studies or your law studies or something. But, I'm just grateful. And I have some really strong soul sisters, a few of which are on the call. I saw Aletha on here. I think I met Aletha like 1991 or 2, and she was working at the Palace and I was working at the National Center. So Allah took the two big fishes and made them tight. And so we've been there and been supportive of one another ever since. The minister enjoys seeing our sisterhood, and he's always called Sister Aletha, Sister Alethea. And we were so silly back in the day. Whenever he would say Alethea, we thought that he just couldn't pronounce her name. But I think Sister Aletha probably had a holy name for it before any of the rest of us, because when we looked up Alethea, I think that's a holy name, sis. So now we just be calling her Alethea. But we always thought it was funny because the minister would call her Alethea. We'd be like, no, her name is Aletha. And I'll tell you one more proof. He said to me one day, now he know who Aletha is, and he said to me, what was the sister's name that used to work with you in the secretary's department? And I said, Sister Aletha? He said, Alethea. I said, yes, sir. It's been 2 or 3 times where I called her Aletha recently, and he says Alethea. Another time when he was inviting me to something, and he said, I want you to bring whoever you want to bring, Alethea or whomever. And I said, okay, that means bring Aletha. Girl, come on, bring your butt. She said you got to go. So yeah, you girl, this is her right here. Y'all know her real name. She trying to not say it, but her name is Alethea. Okay. All right. At least that's what we're going to say until we get further clarity, until she has courage to ask him for further clarity. But he's been calling her Alethea for 30 years. And then Sister Sajdah is here, my strong spiritual sister. Okay, I told y'all she had a name for it. She said it's called a DCAD, or decennial celebration. There it is. This is our 10-year decennial celebration between now and September 9th. All right. So thank you, Sister Sajdah. That's my attorney sister friend from Houston. And I'm grateful for her and grateful for her family. Grateful, I got a lot of cousins and stuff in Houston, in the mosque and out of the mosque. Those are my girls. And so I'm so grateful for you, sis. And Tony is on here somewhere. Tony, we've been through a lot of little stuff together, a lot of vicissitudes of life together. And so that's Tony, who was just on here. Tony, say something so I can see you in the chat. But she was here, and she brought up her grandmother, V. And V came right to me on this broadcast, right? And I see her smile. I see her sitting at that window, and all the knowledge and wisdom. And look at Allah. Let me tell you this. Tony wasn't even there one day. I went by there to visit V. And I was just asking her, what it was like when she moved there and moved to Chicago. And we just was having a history conversation. And she talked to me about the blues and Muddy Waters and somebody else. It was another artist. I can't remember, but she told me how she knew them. And I was like, wow. And so she just gave me a picture of what life was for them when they first, got to Chicago. Okay, Tony says she's here. Okay. She gave me a picture of what life was like when they first got to Chicago. And I really felt the history, and I felt she was the first one who told me that that music they used to listen to they called it thug music. I later learned that it was called trap music. And then here I am today, one of the founders of the Coalition of Black House Museums, and then Muddy Waters' home is in the coalition. It's just, Allah is funny because he just be leaving little breadcrumbs. And then we call them breadcrumbs because we're not conscious enough to see the through line, but the breadcrumbs be happening. But yeah, V is our girl, Tony, and V always would sit down and tell those stories. And I will say that Tony was her favorite. Sorry to all Tony's cousins and brothers and sisters, but Tony was V's favorite. So anyway, I just want to thank you all. Thank you all for your continued support. Thank you all. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everybody who's here. I tried to show your comments as you were coming up. Somebody sent a note earlier saying they wanted to send some flowers. I'm like, no, don't send no flowers. Just cash out the flower money, because we can sponsor a family or something like that to the financial trauma boot camp or something like that. That QR code is right here. One of the things that I strongly believe that I was put on the planet to do is to shine a light on business and capitalism so that we can move in a way that will make us successful and help us to escape the predatory capitalism that is out here in the world. Master Farad Muhammad at 6 years old saw himself putting the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Astors in a lake of fire. And I believe he's already done that. And so now what we have to do is go throughout the world and shine a light on a better way to introduce goods and services into our community. Be an example to people all around the world of all cultures, Black, white, Asian, Indian, of how to conduct yourself. Not only in business, but just in general in life, and to shine a light on that and to be an example. And anybody on here who's known me for a significant period of time know that I do every single thing I can in my life to help people that are close to me elevate. I'm dedicated to helping and supporting and helping you grow. A couple people are here. They know even if I got to cuss you out to do it, Aletha calls it an exorcism. But Tony done got it. Letha done got it. Sajdah done got it. If I'm going to do whatever I got to do to push you to your greatness. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. I'm going to push you, even if it means that you get mad at me and you don't want to talk to me for a while, but you will never be able to say, Wendy came and she brought me down. And I know them three on here can definitely say I will do whatever I can. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm talking about pushing them to their greatness so that they can have what they need in life. Let's see. I see Sister Alicia. Hey, She said, happy birthday, Sister Sajdah. We thank Allah for you and we thank Allah for your mother and father. All praises due to Allah. Sister Monica said she's feeling the push. Monica done felt a little bit of it. We had a few sessions and I'm going to push you, because what happens is you get stuck in an energy pattern and you need somebody to push you through that portal and push you past it, because you're sometimes we're afraid to not feel safe. So maybe not doing something, it feels safer to just stay in our little cocoon. But I'm the kind of person, I'm going to push you. Oh yeah, Tony says she got hers by email. Yeah, Tony, yes, you did, Tony. You are correct. Tony's got hers by email. Some have gotten it in person, some have gotten it over the phone. Aurelia says Mary was put in charge of Zechariah. He always found her with food. A hint to the wise is sufficient. Yep. Yes, I believe food for thought. Whatever I got to do to help us get to that next level, to help us not have to be victims to predatory capitalism, so that we learn another way of doing business, not so that we grow up and be predators ourselves, but so that we grow up and show people a better example. Some people that get so comfortable at being predators, you got to show them you ain't got to do this. If you do, it's going to be a problem, but you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to be like that. And we're examples, not just to our people, like I said, to white people, to Asians, to Mexicans, anybody that sees us and sees our light. I want us to be able to be that example and that shining example. And I pray that Allah makes us one of the most well-known and powerful groups around the world, not for the sake of power, but for the sake of being an example. So that's just one of my goals. So yes, so Financial Boot Camp is coming up. The QR code is right there in the corner. If you want to give a love offering, birthday love offering, please do go to Sajdah Enterprises at Cash App, and just, whatever you can give. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sponsor a family, do something fun. We got 10 days to celebrate. So you can contribute to that celebration. What'd you call it, Sajdah? The decennial. Let me go find it again. The decennial, I think that's what it was. Let me go back. I'm going to find it. She said it's called the decennial. Here it is. The DCAT or decennial celebration. So this is day one of the decennial celebration. And we want y'all to support, give. We're going to be enjoying ourselves. If you're in Chicago, just call me, find out where we are. Thank you, Brother Lamont. Find out where we at any day, and we're going to find something. Two of my girls already planned on Sunday. We're going to do something, because it's all about celebrating life, celebrating our families, celebrating our mothers. Our birthdays are not for us. It is for them. So thank you, Mom, for being a determined teenage young woman. And just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's from both me and Kevin. And thank you, Kevin, for being a dedicated brother. And thank you, Allah, for just everything. So very grateful. Y'all know I was playing my favorite DJ when I first started. And we got like 10 minutes left. Y'all can leave y'all comments and stuff on here. I'm going to stay on here till 7. Leave your comments. But we're going to play a little bit of my favorite DJ. Let y'all jam out. YouTube probably going to take us down, but we ain't going to worry about it. Okay? We are not going to worry about it. So, like I said, you can Cash App. You can support that way. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. No. Yeah, wait, hold on. Yes, that's it. Sajdah Enterprises. SAJ. No, that's not it, brother Robert. It's right here. Hold on. Let me take this comment off of here. And then you can see it. I have it on the screen. Hold on. Let me take this comment off of here. Thank you, Brother Lamont. Thank you. So it's right there. I think it's underneath. Let me go back. There we go. So it's right there. I'm going to put that up there before it. Somebody can type that in the chat. It's Sajdah Enterprises. Sajdah Enterprises. I'm working on 2 new books. I've been writing every single day. Look at Mom. She said, "You're so very welcome. I am so proud to have been chosen to be your mom." Every time she say that, I just want to cry. Like, who says that? You chose. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm blessed. And so are you all. Let me go back here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So y'all got it. I'll just type it there so y'all can see it. Cause I got to play us a little music before we go. We got 9 minutes left. Okay, there it is. I'll do it like that. Then y'all can see it. It's in the chat. There we go. All right. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back here for Sajdah Saturday morning coffee talks. We'll talk about life, love, and business. We'll probably do an extension. I have some more things to share with you guys. Thank you, Brother Lamont. Thank you, Sister Alicia. Thank you. And thank you. And thank you, Allah. Thank you, Allah. Thank you. Thank you, dear Holy Apostle. Thank you to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you. And thank you to all the great people that have supported and loved them over the years. And let's take it out these last 7-8 minutes, jam it out to a little bit of my favorite DJ. And y'all can celebrate today too. I'll take the sweet greens. That'll work. Amen. Yeah. That's right, Sister Monica. Ooh, the tribal Pueblos of New Mexico. I want to come visit. Aurelia. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sis. This is all about raising our vibration. Thank you, Sister Kim. Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. Let it go. Whatever you're tripping on, let it go. Let it go right now. It's going to be all right. Vibrations today. High vibration, no negativity, no drama. Don't even talk to nobody trying to bring you no money. Okay? High vibrations today. I'm with it, Sister Aurelia. Send me your email address. I don't know if you have mine. But I want to do a talk also. So let's do it. Black and Native Business Expo, Black and Native Conversation. Let's just start doing it. We can create a whole show. I'm with it. Call me, sis. You got 3 minutes. Anybody else? Any other thoughts? Anything you're thinking? This today was my favorite one. Mary was put in charge of a guardian, Zechariah. Was always yeah. Contact me directly. Let me give you the email address. I want to start working on this right away.
Long as you live, someone who loves you.
We'll be right over to New Mexico. We're working on a series right now with the University of Illinois, and I think
someone who cares about you the way
this song is so appropriate.
Oh, I'm not bragging on myself, baby, but I'm the one who loves you, and there's no one else. No. It'll take the end of all time, someone to understand you like I do. You'll never find the rhythm, the rhyme, all the magic we share.
So my brother used to DJ. We had turntables in our basement growing up.
Oh, I'm not trying to make you stay, baby, but I know somehow, someday, some way you are.
I'll write that down.
You're gonna miss my love when it's cold outside. You're gonna miss my love. You'll never
I got it, Sister Aurelia.
Another love like mine.
Email me. Let's put together a Black and Native dialogue that we can do live on the show. And let's plan a trip. Let's plan an expo. Hey, that's right, Sister Monica. May Allah be pleased with your father, Sister Amanda. We're going to let this play out in honor of your day. We'll go after this part of the display call. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Let me tell you that you're gonna miss my love. Yes, you will, baby.
All right, family. I love you all. See you all tomorrow morning. Okay. See you all tomorrow morning. Inshallah. And I appreciate each and every one of you.
Anticipate and mitigate the emotional impact of negative financial issues that could potentially create financial trauma. Identify whether or not your relationship with money is negatively impacted by a previously traumatic event. Learn to manage your decisions and mindset to help prevent the onset of financial trauma. Understand how to handle financially devastating events like foreclosure, how to avoid getting into a situation that threatens your property, and how to save your property if you are in pre-foreclosure or foreclosure. Navigate your way through a divorce and how to potentially avoid financial devastation to your family. You will walk away with resources to help you start, manage, and scale your business. You'll walk away with resources who can help you to avoid and prevent foreclosures. You also walk away with resources to help you avoid and navigate divorce. You will walk away knowing that you are not alone.